Hey guys, it's Bang from PC Gaming here, back to get into some Pro Evolution Soccer 2018 on the PC. This is the demo, by the way. So I've recently done the FIFA 18 demo, which is, to be honest, it's not too much different from FIFA 17. It does look a bit better in terms of graphical quality, but it feels exactly the same as a game. The gameplay is a little different, but realistically you wouldn't be able to tell too much. So I'm just going to jump into an exhibition game here. I'm going to play as Borussia Dortmund versus Liverpool FC. So this time around you do have in-game settings, so if you go under the render folder or settings header, you can see that there's options you can toggle, usually with presets low, medium to high, but I make some custom changes. I disable depth of field. I feel that is a bit exaggerated on this game, so things in the distance are blurred out unjustifiably and it makes the game look worse. And also motion blur is something that just doesn't look great in football games in my opinion. So those are the settings I'll be using. I am playing at 2560 by 1440. This game does support ultra wide, but the replays are in 16 by 9, so that looks terrible. Hopefully in the full game they've made a fix for that. Also, I wasn't able to select 4K for whatever reason. I'm not too sure why that is. So I'm stuck with 2560 by 1440 for this demo. But it's been a long time since I played Pro Evolution Soccer on the PC. The reason being because Konami kept giving us this kind of hybrid last gen version, whereas the next gen consoles got the full version. There was no parity across obviously the devices, so I wasn't interested in playing Pro Evolution Soccer. It's a decent game, always has been, but it's good that they've finally given us the full version this year, and it looks pretty good, I have to say. Presentation wise, it looks awesome. Looking at Camp Nou now, it looks amazing. Even all the detail they've applied to outside the stadium as well is pretty cool. So it's good to see that they've done a lot in terms of graphical quality. One thing I will complain about though is the pitch. The pitch does look a bit flat. When you look at FIFA's pitch, it's a lot more detailed than Pro Evolution Soccer, and that is something they need to work on. But apart from that, the presentation is very good. So I'm going to jump into this game, and as you can see it is locked at 75 frames per second. Now for me that's because my refresh rate is 75 Hz. Now this will be locked at your monitor's refresh rate, so 60 Hz, 60 frames. I would imagine if you got a 144 Hz monitor it will be locked at 144 Hz as well, so don't quote me on that, but that's just from what I can take at this time. So one thing I like about Pro Evolution Soccer is the pace. It feels a bit more realistic than FIFA. FIFA feels a little bit more arcade-like in terms of how the game feels. Oh, come on. He didn't even make an attempt to defend that. Literally the defender on the line was just there as a statue. Didn't do anything. So Coutinho in the 7th minute gets a goal. That was terrible defending by me. As you can see, I haven't played Pro Evolution Soccer in a very long time, but I'll have to do a lot better than that, or this could be embarrassing. But yeah, presentation of the game looks awesome. Sadio Mane looks pretty like his real life counterpart. Coutinho looks pretty good as well as Firmino. So yeah, I mean, I've got no complaints about the character models. They look awesome, but you know, it's let down by the look of the pitch. The pitch looks like it's something from the PS2 era, unfortunately, which is disappointing. Nevertheless, good goal by Coutinho. Just terrible defending by Batra. Didn't do anything to stop that ball from going in. Okay, so let's see if we can get back in this game now. But there is no commentating on the demo version. If you're wondering why you can't hear it, I haven't disabled it. It's just that there's no commentating in the demo. Yeah, that was a clear yellow card. Can't complain about that. That was terrible. Let's see if we can get it to Aubameyang now. It's through on goal. Great finish. What a finish that was. Little chip over the top by Marco Reus. Aubameyang straight into the bottom right hand corner. One touch to set himself and finish. That's world class. So yeah, I mean, I have to say it does feel a bit more authentic as a football game on a whole than FIFA, but because FIFA has all the licenses and a lot of people can't be bothered to deal with mods and downloading patches, it'll always be a more appealing package for most people. But for the people who've been playing football games since the early 2000s, ooh, if that was a goal, I would have been shocked. Pro Evolution used to be where it was at. The last Pro Evolution that I played was 2008. That was probably the last best one, and then basically FIFA just stepped its game up. From FIFA 09 upwards, EA really started getting the hang of what the consumer really wanted to see in a football game. So it's good though. This year generally you do have two good choices of a football game, and that keeps each manufacturer of the game, or each developer, honest. Really, you can't just have one company running away with it. So it's good to see Konami returning to form, and this is looking like one of the best Pro Evolution Soccer games in a long time. Come on, I'm still trying to get used to how to kind of work with my space. The passing's good though on this. Let's see if I can find a Bameyang. Nice. Oh, I think it can't. I think there was a little bit of deflection there. It should be a corner. Let's have a look. No, it was no deflection, so it's going to be a goal kick, but pretty sure I can win this game. I just need to try and get a few more through balls, and I can get a Bameyang behind the defence. Damn it. Good defending by Mane. Oh, that was a good save. That was a great strike by Coutinho. Just gave him a bit too much space there and he just sprinted into the box. Yeah, I'm glad it was on his weaker foot. Coutinho's right-footed, if I remember correctly. It's still a good shot for a left-footed strike. Firmino's put it out to touch. So that's a goal kick. As you can see, Ousmane Dembele is still part of the Borussia Dortmund lineup. Obviously he's been sold to Barcelona now, so clearly they haven't done the latest transfers, but that's something I would imagine will be taken care of in the final game. And Rice make a run. Defenders do close you down when you try to take a shot, which is good to see. You don't get too much time on the ball around the box. Bameyang just kept his balance there. Like that animation, that looked pretty good. Looked pretty authentic. Not too sure what Castro's shooting's like, so I'm not going to try it with him. See if I can just get back in. Royce or Bameyang 1 out of 2. Bameyang just ran a bit too far forward. So I think that's the first half over and done with. 60% possession to me, so I've just shaded it. I've had less shots though, so 1-1's about right. I just need to step up my game a bit, try and keep possession a bit more as well. As you can see though, performance is not an issue. To hold over 60 frames per second on this game is pretty much child's play for any modern GPU. I would say you can get away with running some really old hardware and getting maximum settings on this. I'm talking let's just say 7950 and a GTX 670, that kind of level of hardware should be able to do the trick, no problem. It's a good header by Sadio Mane, almost a goal. What I will say about the game though, it's very, very multi-threaded. As you can see, I'm using a 5960X. That's got 16 threads, 8 cores, 16 threads, and it's using around 30%. So for your i7, that's going to be using quite a lot of the CPU. So it does recommend that you have an i7 or an FX 8000 series CPU. So it definitely wants 8 threads for your CPU, and from what I can see, it's justified as well. So if I can just take a shot here. It just stopped me just before I took the shot. Alright, see if I can get in now. Let's turn my Aubameyang. Just curled it round, and it's 2-1. It's a great strike by Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, and Borussia Dortmund lead. Yeah, the crowd's not too bad. It's passable. It's not terrible. It's not the best either. Just made some space for myself. Finessed shot around to the bottom right corner. Nothing Simon Mignolet could do about that. But way too much bend on the ball. It's a good goal. Come on. Just about kept possession there. As soon as I say that, I lose the ball. It's dealt with pretty comfortably. Liverpool very good at getting the ball back. So Coutinho trying to use a bit of pace here. Yeah, I was under threat for a small amount of time there. Could have been the equaliser. Just Liverpool just weren't good enough in possession. See if I can pick out Rice here. Just dispossess me now. It is quite difficult to engineer yourself a lot of space on the ball to take a good shot. I will say that the AI very good at closing you down. Oh man, this is not good. Just about got there in time. Leaving a bit too much space at the back. Did that run for just to finish off with a terrible pass. Oh, great strike. Mignolet was equal to it though. Put it a bit further in the corner. Free header for Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, and he still couldn't put it in. Guess I wasn't expecting it, but I did try to put it in. It was just a terrible finish. See if I can turn and finish with Aubameyang. Just got dealt with. Small deflection. Last moment. Let's try and pick out Rice. Okay, that's the end of the game. Should have been more, to be honest, but still, as long as I beat Liverpool, I'm happy. Can't have that scum winning. So 2-1 to Borussia Dortmund in the end, and yeah, I'm liking this game. It's feeling pretty decent. It's quite challenging. The way it feels, it's got a good pace to it. Level of details on the players are good. It's just the pitch lets it down a little bit, but apart from that, I think this is one of the best Pro Evolution Soccers I've ever played, so I'm happy with it. Anyway guys, that's pretty much it from me. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video, and as always, thanks for watching.